Let's check out what I got at the train show yesterday. I went to the Twin Cities Model Railroad Club train show in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I picked up some stuff. All right, let's just go through what I got here. Okay, I also went to the surplus store known as Axeman and got some other stuff. One thing I got was these two lab books here, and I have an idea for these guys. I have an idea for these guys. I love the fact that they've got the yellowish paper in them, and they got a date spot. And these are going to be used to keep notes on, something we're about to look at. So I got two of those guys, and I don't know what they were, $1 or $2 a piece. I got two books. This one here, I picked up. This one I picked up at Scale Model Supply in St. Paul, and it was $5. And it's electronic projects. Some of you guys have this, but it's got some cool stuff about rebuilding power packs, which, as you know, we like to do, and we'll get to reason why. It's got some really cool stuff on signaling, and it's got some old school electrical things in here, just like our other How to Wire Model Railroad. This is a good book. It's from the 80s, but it's got some stuff in it that we're going to find really useful. Okay, at the train show, I picked up this book on Rock Island locomotives, which I haven't really looked at yet, but might have some. It was very cheap, and it's got some good reference material. All right, so then let's move down the line here. What else did we pick up at the train show? We picked up this, and I haven't even opened it and looked at it. Let's look at it. Looks like it's going to turn out to be 72 turnout templates. Ah, yes. There are track templates in here that we can use. And what we'll do is we will go copy a page and then lay right on it, solder it up, and when it's done we can throw it away because we've got a master copy. Add to our, we've got a binder over there of that stuff too. Okay, then going down the line in at this one table, which was a whole bunch of stuff for really cheap. Sue line cabooses, not part of it. Those are for our project of doing, lighting these using possibly partially burnt out decoders. But I got these guys. I've never seen these before. These are like when you use shish kebab sticks for switching cars, and they got a little cutout. These could be really cool. I got 3 packs of those because you had to buy 3. It was like 3 for $1, and in that also included another very interesting C-clamp, which has a really long arm, which we love. As you know, we love to clamp stuff. An old caliper, which needs some restoration. We'd like to do that. Moving down the line, I picked up this shell for $1. All right, nothing great. It's Athearn. Someone went to the trouble of making a low nose. They also went through the trouble of making this cab with the number board, and then they did a little work. It was $1. It's got the forced air filter. I think we're going to do something with this, and I have a pretty good idea what. Is that we're going to make this, but we're going to change this nose to a scale width and probably drop number boards down on here. I think. Because there happens to be a locomotive just like this that I know of that's not too far away that every once in a while I just barely catch a glimpse of and look for getting pictures of. That's something we're going to look at. And to go with that, I got these nose headlights. Using the Motown LEDs, I think I can get a light in there. And I think this is the same thing. Yep, those two are the same. I got the last one they had of these guys. Some exhausts. So if we were to do this guy with the 4 exhausts that I found on some pictures, we got those guys for that. And then I found, as usual, one more set of Ernst gears, SD40-2. It wasn't $20. It was, I think it was $1. It was in the grab box. And plus, I got these two guys. Never seen these before. Man-made products, switch machines. Now I've got some tortoises, and thanks to my friend Kennedy, he gave me some more tortoises. But these guys are really flat, very interesting, and that book about electric projects does talk about switch drives like this, point drives. And we're going to see what you can do. No, they were not $8. They were, I don't know, they were dirt cheap. They were half of whatever the box said, and it was, I think it ended up being, I think you had to get 3 things for $1, something like that. 3 things for a couple bucks. And along with that, I got this, also not $15. Here's another set of these guys. I love these guys. It just so happens we have a locomotive here that could totally use these. These can only go on very old, solid frame style Athearn locomotives. And we got the guy for this. Now, also at scale model, I picked up this tubing. This tubing here might prove to be the solution to doing that cab forward. I got an idea of if this tubing, if we can get this over the drive shaft and over the motor shaft, we'd be in business. So we got those. All right, now let's take a look. We're getting to the locomotives in a second here. I got an Ambroid, whatever this guy is. I don't even know which one this is. Okay, it's this guy. And it's an Ambroid, box of sticks. It's this guy. I actually have a couple of these guys around here, and I didn't realize that they were Ambroids. But these kits here are considered scratch built by rule. If you are entering contests for NMRA and stuff, that's a good one. And I have some that I picked up before. I think we got an example to follow. We can do this. Oops, plus whatever this guy is. Ambroid cushion coil car. This is like a steel coil car. And I don't know, he's got a great big blueprint in here and stuff, and it's got all this reference data, but it's a coil car. That'd be a great contest. This is a bathtub gondola, also another box of sticks. And then we got one more. There's another box of sticks, of course. And this is this guy right here, a 65-foot gondola that you make from a box of sticks. We're going to do that. Okay, then over at the half price table, I got 2 more of these guys. And as you know, my very first locomotive I ever got was this AHM GP18 in a train set. I got 2 more. These are powered, they're not dummies, and I got them for like 12 bucks. So I got 2 of those guys. Okay, now over here, picked up 2 spotlight cars, because you know we need those. And some of these I like to give out to friends after I've wired them up for track cleaning, for world's greatest track cleaning car. I don't know why, or I don't remember how much this was, but it was an offer that was too good to refuse, so I didn't, and I got another. We've got another U30B, as if we don't already have enough, but hey, it was an irresistible steal. And I got an Athearn bay window caboose that we're going to use as a test bed for when we do those cabooses that are going to be decoder powered. So I picked up one, since the only ones I have left are, I already painted long ago in C&W, and as you know, I said I would never undo what I did from ancient times. Picked up this RS11. Says 4 parks, but this is a special one because it's the all-wheel drive version, and it's going to go with something nicely that we got over here. Ta-da! I picked up an RSD12 for 85 bucks. Now, a lot of people passed on it. I'm guessing it's got some kind of a problem with it. Well, we don't have any problem with that. As you know, we rebuild them anyways. But an RSD11 is something that I really, really like. And I've been trying for a long time to get another Atlas one. And the one that I do have is Atlas. But I painted it C&W when they expected that they were going to have those. So we won't want to undo the one we have. And then, go over here. I picked up this miscellaneous bag of resin stuff. So somebody did make a mold of a kit. I still got to figure out what kit it is and what all these things are. I thought this was a garbage truck, but that's not a garbage truck. Some kind of a flatbed with the cab, and the casting is decent. It's good enough. I made a package deal on that. I got it thrown in with that guy. That's not too bad. And then at Axeman Surplus, I picked up these fans. Little ones, little guys, for the purpose of, we got another troller. Now this is Momentum 1. The other single throttle one we have has no momentum. And we're going to rebuild this, and we're going to vent it like we've done with the Twin 5. And I've got an extra set because we're going to be doing a Tech 2 and venting that as well, and replacing components that are known to fail. And there's some things with these Momentum guys that are known to fail. But anyways, I did a good haul at the Twin Cities Model Train Show, or Model Railroad Club's train show. And that guy is going to be amazing. Now last year I got that U50 and that MLW 1800. I painted that one. I painted yellow. We're going to strip that paint. We're going to need to set up a whole new paint scheme for this. We'll probably do it this guy, and then we'll do that MLW 18, and I do believe it's an RS 1 or 2, something like that we had was the other brass one. Do a whole new paint scheme, and that's what we got at the train show. Great haul. All this stuff I spent like less than $200 on everything. And then at the Scale Model Supply, I think I spent like 30 or 40 bucks on stuff. And we got an Axeman, I spent like next to nothing. I don't know, not even 20 bucks. But we got enough stuff, and these kits, those boxes of sticks, I think we're going to have to do a series on making these, because these are things that guys shy away from these days. But they are great projects if you're going to do a contest, and if you're going to do an entry, because they get special consideration, being that they are a box of sticks with a blueprint. They're essentially scratch building, where you don't have to actually go out and hunt down all the... It's scratch building where you don't have to hunt down all the parts to make it. And that's what we got. And now we're going to get back and finish off that cleaning car. And then we're going to attempt that cab forward with the pipe. See if we got a match. If we do, we're going to wrap that guy. And we're in good shape.